Hello everybody, this is the Dark Outsider here, and as a writer and narrator of horror and supernatural, as well as a big fan, I many times scour the internet looking for stories of inspiration to possibly write or even narrate. And I was doing a search for scary encounters with ghosts and stumbled across several that I knew that I just had to go ahead and narrate. But I wanted to read you one in particular and create this into a series, so if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do. And let's get on with the story. The question was, what's the most terrifying experience you've had with ghosts? This answer was by Sue G. Terry, a former retired librarian and professor. When we first got married in 1979, we moved into a cookhouse behind a large house. Underneath it was an underground railroad stop. I don't know if it had anything to do with the haunting. Moving into a cottage for newlyweds was quite a coup. It had a large kitchen, loft bedroom, living room with a working fireplace, and screened-in porch. The rent was amazingly low and affordable. What a find. We were the second couple to rent the house. The first couple obviously had some kind of issue there. Shortly after moving in, the wife took their baby and left. The husband stopped going to work and was found hiding in a closet under the staircase. In the loft bedroom was an attic storage space. It was nailed shut. We opened it, felt creeped out, and decided to put our headboard against it. This was an odd decision since it was the only closet and storage space on the second floor. We moved in right before Christmas, and our first home project was decorating a Christmas tree. Even though we had no pets, the bulbs kept ending up on the floor. One day they were across the room in front of the fireplace. I chalked it up to mice. Next came the noise and strange lights. At night, the stairs creaked, as if someone was walking up them. This was followed a few days later by a stomping sound on the stairs. I chalked this up to being an old house. In addition, there was a green light that moved up the stairs and stopped in the corner of the bedroom. It would just hang there for a while. I chalked this up to car headlights. But we were behind a house, not facing the road. Honestly, between the stomping and green light, I was scared. Next came the water that ruined my husband's stereo and my wedding quilt. We were both devastated by the destruction. Both items were soaked as if they had sat in the tub until good and drenched. But nothing else around or near them was wet, except, of course, what they were on. We looked for a leak, but never found one, or evidence of where the water came from. It had not rained, and both were not near the bathroom or kitchen sink. Finally came the bugs. I always felt uncomfortable in the living room and bedroom when home alone, so I would stay in the kitchen or bathroom, which was off the kitchen, while waiting for my husband to come home. I would fix dinner and take a bath. Bugs would appear and dive into the bathwater. I couldn't lean against the back or sides because the bugs would get in my hair or climb on me. We tried spraying, but since they only appeared when I was taking a bath, there was no bugs to spray. I chalked it up to the heat of the bath bringing them out. One night I opened the oven to find it infested. I broiled them. By this time I was seriously getting disturbed by the place. It was such a great deal, I really didn't want to give it up. Unbeknownst to me, my husband was also freaked out by the cottage. But he was seeing the spirit of an old man on the stairs, in the bedroom, and in the living room. He was convinced the stomping and green light was the old man. While I only saw the light in the corner of the bedroom, he saw the old man glaring at us in the bed. He didn't say anything because he didn't want to scare me. The final straw came when we returned from church service on Good Friday. We opened the door to every type of bug, creature flying, crawling, or hopping, filling the kitchen and living room. I wouldn't go inside. My husband tried, but gave up. We got back in our car and went to his parents' house. He and his father went back the next day. The bugs were gone with no evidence of them, but our mattress was destroyed. It was dripping wet. Ironically, the canopy over it was dry, and again, no evidence of a leak. The two of them went over to the owner and told him we were moving out immediately. Between Saturday and Sunday, my husband, his father, and my father packed and moved everything out. We didn't have much. We had been there a little over 3 months, Christmas Eve day to Good Friday. Our marriage broke up soon thereafter. Between those horrible 3 months, then moving into my mother-in-law's house, it destroyed whatever chance we had. As a couple, we survived high school, going to different colleges and landing first jobs. But not that cottage. We have remained friends and have talked about the house, and while I tried to logically explain away everything, my husband was quick to believe the house was haunted. We both blamed it for our breakup and suspected did the same to the previous couple who lived there. We often wonder what happened to tenants after we left. As far as we know, the cottage is still there. At least it was there 5 years ago, when my ex-husband last checked.